more on how terrorism is going to impact the race for the White House. I'm joined right now by Fox News contributor and political guru, Karl Rove. Mr. Rove, good to see you.
Hey, Trish.
First of all, your reaction to news that Mike Pence is going to be on the ticket for VP. Good pick in your view?
I think it's a good, solid pick. Mike Pence is a governor of a state, so he's used to making executive decisions. He served in the Congress for a number of years, principled conservative, well-spoken. He used to be on talk radio, and a strong Christian and a really fine human being. I know him personally. He's a good man. Would
he have been your first choice if you were running the campaign?
Look, I'm not good with first choices on vice presidents. In 2000, Bush was on the verge of picking Dick Cheney, and he knew I was against it, so he asked me to come and meet with him in the governor's mansion and make the case against picking Dick Cheney as his running mate. And for about a half an hour, I laid out the 8 reasons why I thought we ought to go with somebody other than Dick Cheney. And at the end of the half an hour, Bush turned to the guy sitting next to him and said, "Dick, do you have any questions for Carl?" So I was wrong on that first pick, and so I've given up trying to make first picks, but I think Donald Trump's first pick is a good choice.
You know, and I wonder if in some ways he kind of softens out Donald Trump, because, you know, Donald, you know, normally the VP is kind of the attack dog, but I don't know if you need a VP that's an attack dog in this case.
Yeah, look, I think he's reassuring to conservatives. He's reassuring to social conservatives in particular, because he's strongly pro-life. And he's got a great many friendships on Capitol Hill, mostly obviously with the House where he served. But those would be useful to Trump if the two of them got elected. He'd have a good ally who could work the Congress for him.
So let me ask you about this latest terror attack and how it affects the political landscape right now. One of the frustrations that many voters have with Hillary Clinton is that she would be a continuation of what we've already seen. And let's face it, what we have already seen is in part responsible for the rise of ISIS. Right. So does this hurt her in that she's got to live down this legacy of President Obama and the fact that she was Secretary of State at a time when ISIS came about?
Yeah. Look, I think it's a mixed picture. I think the advantage for Trump is first of all, he is change. If you like the way things are going, stay with her. If you want to have something different, go for him. Second of all, he's seen as a strong leader, stronger than her in most instances. When you frame this as a question of who could deal better with ISIS and terrorism, he generally in the polls comes off better. If you frame this as an international crisis, she tends to come off better. What I thought was really interesting last night in her appearance on Bill O'Reilly, yeah, was that there were a couple of moments where she sounded distinctly un-Obama-like. She called this a war. She referred to them as Islamic jihadists. She said we have to win. None of those things are capable of passing the lips of Barack Obama. On the other hand, she said 2 things that I thought were very strange. O'Reilly pressed her on, shouldn't we go after Raqqa? Now, Karl, there are reasons.
I got to go. I apologize. Right. I'm coming up against a hard break. 2 seconds left. I'll see you in Cleveland.
Great. Thank you. See you.